Hello everybody. Today I am going to explain inventory management to you all. I am Koushik, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Department at Mallabhum Institute of Technology. We are going to learn the importance of inventory and why managing it is important. As we know, inventory is a list of goods held available by a business for smooth running of business. It can also be said it is an ideal resource or stock which has some economic value. Let's take a simple example. Everybody has kitchen in their home. The kitchen can be said to be an inventory store where all the raw materials are kept for cooking. As we know, mothers and housewives are excellent managers as they manages the stock and never let their store run dry. They always stock beforehand so that the kitchen runs smoothly. Now here we can see simplified flow diagram of inventory process. The suppliers or manufacturer stores the product to stock and whenever there is requirement, withdrawals are done to meet the demands from customer. Now we can see the types of inventory. There are specific 5 types of inventory: raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, consumables and spare parts. Raw materials are needed to be stocked so that the workflow is not hampered. During work in progress, there might be materials which is needed to be stocked for further use in the operations. The consumables like welding electrodes are also needed to stock for use during any operations. The spare parts are also kept in stock by companies for smooth workflow. The finished goods are always in the inventory so that the company can fulfill according to the demands from the customer. Now we have to know what is inventory management. It is the function responsible for all the decisions about stock in any organization. It also makes decisions for policies, activities and procedures to make sure the right amount of each item is held in stock at any time. Here we can see how inventory is managed by any organization. Raw materials are stored in the warehouse. From warehouse, the materials is going to the production. After product is completed, it goes through the quality check and again it returns to the warehouse for storage, and then the finished product is shipped to the customers according to the demand. Now we have to know why inventory management is required. The most important reason to manage inventory is to save money. It is often the largest asset of a company. Inventory is also expensive. The inventory should manage in such a way that the workflow of the organization is not hampered while the costs are reasonable. Ordering too much inventory can lead to losses, and also if company doesn't sell its inventory, it eats the cost of whatever is left plus the cost of storage and handling. Another reason for inventory management is to satisfy customer. Consistently running out of stock can lead to permanent customer losses and eventually an unprofitable business. Failing to fulfill customer demands loses business and gives your company a bad reputation. Inventory management keeps a record of customers' demand and also turns this information into smart and efficient ordering for the satisfaction of customers. Another important reason of inventory management is to keep the warehouse organized. As we know, poor inventory management strategy can lead to harmful miscommunications and loss of productivity, ultimately hurting your business. Proper inventory management supports an organized warehouse with carefully tracked inventory and supply chain movement. The next important reason for inventory management is to save time. An efficient inventory management always helps to speed up supply chain management and as a result enhances productivity, eliminating tedious jobs and time consuming manual processes. Inventory management tools also automate workflow tasks and allow employees to focus on other more important areas of their role within the business. Also, keeping the track of the products in real time saves you the time it takes to recount stock or check for record accuracy. Another important reason for inventory management is to improve cash flow. Smart inventory management improves cash flow, eliminating the need to spend large chunks of the budget all at once. Also, improved cash flow means more business stability and money to spend elsewhere, such as payroll or new product development. The next important reason for inventory management is to maintain optimal inventory levels. As we know, overstock can sap companies' resources, spending money to store goods that aren't selling. Also, maintaining the ideal amount of stock and inventory requires walking a delicate line, a feat that's possible with the right inventory management solutions. We also know that stockouts can disappoint customers and lose businesses. Now, we head on to the main costs associated with inventory. There are mainly three types of costs. The first one is the ordering cost, the second one is the carrying cost, and the third one is the shortest cost. The first cost is the ordering cost. It is also known as the setup costs that are essentially costs incurred every time you place an order from supplier. The next one is the holding cost, also known as the carrying cost. These costs involved with storing inventory before it is sold. And the third one is the shortage cost. These costs are also stock out costs, occur when businesses become out of stock for whatever reason that may be. Now we move toward an important topic, that is EOQ, or economic order quantity. It is the ideal order quantity a company should purchase to minimize inventory costs such as holding costs, shortage costs, and order costs. There is a graphical representation in which it can be seen how much to order so that the total cost minimizes. There is also a mathematical equation by which we can find the EOQ for an ideal order quantity. Next, we come to another important topic, that is ABC analysis. ABC classification is an effective way to manage the stock or inventory. The ABC method divides suppliers and their inventory into category based on cost per unit and quantity of stock. Here there are basically three classifications, that is A, B and C. A items represent 10% of the total inventory lines but are 70% of the total annual value. B represents 20% of the total inventory lines but are 20% of the total annual value. And C represents 70% of the total inventory lines but are only 10% of the total annual value. Next, we come to the flowchart of inventory management systems. In the inventory management systems, there are basically two types of inventory management systems. One is independent demand and another is dependent demand. Independent demand means it does not depend on the demand of the market, and dependent demand, it depends on the demand of the market. So basically there is a flowchart and its processes are given in details, that how the inventory management systems work. And in the last, we come to the conclusion. In the conclusion, we get that inventory management is important as maximum costs are related to inventory, and also managing inventory would save money, time and satisfy customers eventually. There is no hard and fast rule for management of inventory, but the most efficient way is the one which stabilizes the business, reduces the inventory cost and saves time. So at the end of the video, I would like to thank all the viewers for watching this video, and also will ask humbly to like, share, subscribe and comment to stay updated for new informative videos.